Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Center Bounce. I'm still yellow. If you guys saw my team review yesterday for round 23, I'm still not sure what's happened. I don't know if it's a camera setting, if it's a StreamYard setting, or if it's a lighting setting. Normally they're pretty good, but today not so good. Joe, what's going on, mate? I am on bananas with this yellow. Pay all this money.
Maybe you've got jaundice, mate.
And this is what happened. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm just like really tan. But then the wall would be really tanned as well, and I don't think the wall's very tan. So yeah, I'm not sure what's up.
Mate, that's a you problem, mate. That's a you problem. Don't blame it on the camera. That's just you. That's just looking very yellow. You got to see some more sun, man, and maybe just calm it down on the what's it called, on the carrots, perhaps.
Maybe true. Velo says here, g'day guys, $5 late fee for Big J, $100 for Joe. That's the lawyer tax, Joe. Bit rough for yourself there, but yeah, maybe we've got to change it to the 5:45 drive home for the next couple of weeks, just with how busy we are and trying to make these streams. So yeah, sorry, apologies everybody for that, but just wanted to say as well, it's something I'll bring up in the next week's team review, but just the amazing fans we've got and the people that just show up every week. The numbers definitely have dropped. There's no doubt about that, but that's just football in general across the Supercoach community. But people like Velo, Maltese Falcon, you know guys know who you are. Yeah, bloody amazing.
Oh, 100%. We say it all the time. This channel absolutely would not be what it is without you guys and your constant support and your viewership and the banter and the fun. So hopefully we can carry it on into this AFLW season. Whoa, what's happening there?
One second.
What are you doing? Oh, no, that's not very good. But all right, so we have, of course, talking about the games to come from the senior I still have no idea what the hell that was there from Big J's side, but he's going to have to go. We've still, of course, got the men's team, the Supercoach, AFL Supercoach for the men, as well as, of course, yeah, I know, right? I sound like a baby crying. Is Big J a dad and I didn't even know it? Oh, I don't know. We'll see about that.
Nah. All good.
Surprise baby that came in. So we've got, of course, the men's Supercoach to go through, the tipping for the men, as well as the AFLW teams
and
to come.
AFLW tipping, Joe. I've jumped on the AFLW tipping. It's only one step away from the actual thing anyway. Not that we've made a league for ourselves or anything, but I have jumped on the tipping game for this year. So
very nice. Very nice. I like that. It's very cool. So
and figure out what's wrong.
We have announced the debutante for a number 15th debutante this week, which is pretty kind of crazy. So
there you go. That's a bit better.
Leaves only one person on the entire list that has not played yet, which is kind of crazy. So Unwin the Onion is going to get his pet goat was hungry. Good to see you, Uncle Akka. The goat, yes, the goat was gone. Mark's back, mate.
What's up, Mark? How you going?
It's been unbelievable, man. It's been a while. Hope you enjoyed your trip. Vela, my tips are all home teams apart from the Aints. Vela, are you saying you're tipping Essendon to win? Sorry. No,
have you seen the AFLW tipping?
No, that's not correct. Sorry. We are the home team this week. So he is tipping the Saints, who are the away. Right. Sorry, misunderstood. I forgot that it was our home team, our home game. And the powerless, I like it. Benny boy, how are you? Hope you're having a good week. Yeah, I've been absolutely chock-a-block busy this week. Absolutely knackered. Absolutely dead set knackered this week. So looking forward to this stream to sort of let my hair down. I've got so much of it to let down. So, and there's no football tonight from an AFL perspective. So there will not be a watch along, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unless you're really big, Joe, and then you can just stand in front of the camera for 2 hours.
What have you done? You're not yellow anymore.
I messed around with some of the settings, so we'll see if that works.
Oh, good job.
I can go from I can be like super yellow.
Oh, bro, that's not yellow. That's orange.
Or I can be like not so yellow. So,
Mate, that's not yellow. That is orange.
that's pretty yellow.
You are orange, mate. So that's all right. Look, we love you regardless of what you are. Good to see you, Michael. Hope you're doing well, mate. Mate, your team, your boys almost pulled off the upset of the century last week against the Crom. That is unbelievable. Must be very proud of their efforts, mate.
Yeah, it would be pretty crazy if West Coast actually won that game. Just kind of shows how bad North Melbourne is in general, but just how good West Coast can be on a good day. They've still got a few senior players. They've still got a few other players around that can kind of do the job. So yeah, it works out well for them.
True. The future. Look, it's going to take a bit of time.
As bad as what we thought.
Yeah, it will take a bit of time, and obviously it will depend on whether or not you keep Harley Reid or not. Okay, Big J, AFLW, you playing a league? I've got a side. Oh, have we made a league?
I don't think we've made a league. We can try. I have no idea how it's going to work playing fantasy and whatnot. If we can just do like an open league, then potentially that could work. But like, I don't know. I'm just happy to say, hey, let's play for ranking and see how we go, Mark. To be honest.
A little bit of Monica in my eyes. A little bit of. What was the name of the that Carlton rookie defender?
So we have for those that are not members, we did make a AFLW team on Tuesday night for the members team. So I think Joe was saying that, hey, he might stick with that for this year, which is cool. But we're just trying to figure out a couple of extra players. We've got a little bit of money. We've got a couple of players who could be in and out of our teams, and just kind of waiting for team sheets more than anything else to go for it, really. Off to Freo versus Lions tomorrow. Should be a cracker. There you go. Women's, Joe. AFL Women's are on tonight, Joe. Blues versus Lions.
Do you guys want to do that? Do you want me to do a watch along of the Blues of this women's game tonight? If there is enough of you that says yes, I'll do it. If there's not enough, then I'll have the night off and rest up for more work tomorrow. But otherwise, if you guys want me to do the watch along, we can do the watch along. But Benny seems to be on board with that. We had 2 leagues last year. All right. Let's see if I can make one then. And then we can put a code in for everybody to join.
Yeah, I don't know if they've got an open group, if that makes sense. That's the only thing.
That's right. Let me try it out. Let's just have a login and see what we can do.
Farrell from the Blues. There you go.
Oh, I meant from the women's.
That's right. Kurt Rigg. Cheers for the entertainment this season, lads. I watch most drive homes. Thank you very much. Woo. Hanging around for the top 1,000. Congratulations. It's been fun. P.S. Is there a Supercoach finals competition this year? I've heard it's back. Yes. Now, if you follow Al, I think it might be Al Patton or Tim Mitchell, has been talking about it a bit. Looks like you're just going to be able to make a new team every week as the Supercoach, I guess, kind of players dwindle down with losses and whatnot. New team every week. There will be Supercoach finals. So stay tuned for that. We'll cover that as the next couple of weeks happen. And then a week off for everybody, as we know. And then it's down into finals. So, yeah, should be a bit of fun.
Okay, there you go. Open league for the Cinder Bounce. All right. So, copy code. This is the code for those who want to join. It will click. Guess not. And then, yeah. So you're more than welcome to join the league. That's the code there. I'll figure out the avatar later. Oh, Hexerism already in there. Very nice. Well done. Oh, would you look at that, guys? It's almost time to restart. You know what? Piss off. Not now.
Pretty much.
Oh, God, I love it. Even midstream. So, Hexerism has come in. Excellent. Well done. Velo in as well. Perfect. Let's refresh.
70W.
Boom. There he is. Velo's in there as well. Well done. So this is what the community team looks like. It was put together on Tuesday in the members stream. Only 20,000 left, and which means that basically all the funds are well and truly. Oh God, this is just never going to die, is it? And then, so yeah, Watson, Conan, McLaughlin, Paxman, O'Shea, with Wrench on the bench.
Yeah,
is that right?
Now, we did work out, Joe, and I spoke to this batch before. Obviously, if you guys are watching or not watching, Wrench is actually, and I'm going to call it Wrench, regardless of what her name is. She's now a tool. It's a Wrench. She is playing on field today, smack bang in the guts for West Coast. So there's potential for us to make a bit of money and upgrade some other places in the team if we actually put her on field, get rid of someone like O'Shea instead. So yeah, that's kind of just a bit of the top up. My team currently, with no fault of my own, we did make the teams at the same time, but my team currently is the same team as what the community team is. So yeah, it's a bit rough. But this is the side. Big disparity between us and a few. I think I'm back to being yellow again, which is not great, but big disparity between us and a few other teams is just the stacked midfield. From previous years of playing the game, your midfielders are going to score humongous, and they might score double to triple the positions of other players on a bad day. So do I put another player in the forward line versus actually getting a better midfielder? Probably not. I've seen some people go Zippy Fish on field, seen some crazy buggers go Fish and Centra on field. And hey, if they stack, if they work really well, then fantastic. But if they don't, then you're in a lot of trouble. And I just from a cash generation perspective, I spoke about it last night in my team review is let's pretend this team, right? We've got Centra and Fish at M4, M5 or M5 just on field. You're going to be spending 3 players most likely from your bench making cash to upgrade that one spot on field. So makes it really tough versus anywhere else on field where you're probably spending 1 up, 1 down to get a primo. So yeah, it makes things a bit tough. Legend.
And then again, hey, mate, Ledge.
There you go. How you going, buddy? It's been a long time, but nice to see you around.
How you feeling about the Goodwin sacking, mate? It's finally happened. I'm sure you're relieved about that. Great minds for sure. But I just think having the stacked midfield still really works because I think Marinoff, probably the most widely owned player in the game, just an auto lock C every single week. Bowers, I think, presents great value at her price compared to what she can normally do. Prasparkas as well for under $1 million. 40 disposals in the VFL. She's an absolute star, is Georgie Prasparkas. Row bottom is a star and is only just, as you were telling me, Big J off the air. She's basically the Tom Green now of the AFL, of the AFLW, with how stacked she is and ready to go ahead and tackle to oblivion. So, and then Lord and Gardner, of course, probably the top, almost top dog in that midfield over there in the Swans midfield engine. So, I think it's a very solid lineup. I don't think we've necessarily, broken the bank. We're trying to find value in the ruck without going all the way up to Strom, who's 1.456 mil. That's a lot of money compared to going for someone like a Schultz. And obviously there's the change in the ruck system. So I think Strom will definitely be dropping in price. I don't think she's going to be capturing necessarily what she did last year. And then the forward line, we've just gone full value, I think, with good role players who aren't playing predominantly forward. In this game, more than Supercoach, we really want non-forward forwards. And I think most of these people, most of these women are playing at worst half forward. So they're still going up towards the wing, the midfield, still getting some disposal, still getting some marks, as opposed to playing small forward or deep forward. And that's the benefit that we've got here. So really pleased with these options. Velo's asking, is Butler or Tonon a better pick? Now Butler is the Collingwood player.
I haven't really. The thing is, like everyone, I said yesterday on the video, if you can cheat in this game, do it as much as you can. You may not know all of the players, you may not know like everybody all the time, but if you can kind of like pick and choose and just go via like not high list available, what's the word? Like most selected, you can generally make a pretty decent team. Butler seems to have fallen off a cliff pretty hard. I haven't seen anyone since the preseason games pick her. I don't know if that is due to injury or what's happened, but she's just disappeared. And for that like instance, that's it. Yeah.
I accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Joe brokered it. Where's that fund Joe PC?
So I have an LG mouse, right? And this mouse on the side has buttons that you can click to go back. Unfortunately, when I clicked back, the mouse was hovering over the screen where I've got the StreamYard and not over this one. I wanted to go back on Lauren Butler. I instead went back on the stream and ended up kicking myself out. Oh God, technology, man.
If you check out Twitter, there's a good picture of Rowbottom on there. She's pretty beefy. So I don't know what happened with Butler. She just kind of disappeared out of nowhere. Tonton, I think, got a bunch of touches, played through the middle or at least high half forward. The thing with the AFLW players too, she's only really got to get to like a 50 average, which is pretty easy for her to do. Tonon, Joe.
Sorry?
Tonon.
Oh, Tonon. There we are. Yeah. Thank you. She scored 76.
So she, I think, scored
20 disposals, 6 marks, 2 tackles. So, like, that's the thing. Like, even if you haven't watched
2 free kicks against too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if you haven't watched the games, you can get an idea on the type of role that they've got by just looking at their disposal count and their scores. So if she's had 15 kicks and yet no goal or behind, it means that she's not having a lot of these kicks are not being shots on goal for them, you would imagine. It means that those kicks are probably kicks that are going maybe inside the forward 50 as opposed to kicks at goal as being the receiving target. And if you've got the ball, again, 15 kicks inside the forward line, how are you kicking this ball? Like, are you trying to pass it off? You expect them to have more handballs if they're in tight, trying to free up a teammate. You're expecting them to be handballs. So you can gather a lot of information by looking at the stat sheet, and think Brooks got a very decent role there. Joe looks confused and he broke the stream again. It's almost like my resting face, Velo.
Or saying here, Butler played as a key defender. Well, there you go. That's why we're not picking her this year, at least for right now.
Hey, Joe, I can see that I've joined. Let's have a look at the leagues. My leagues. Centre bounce. So we got Jez, Causa, Tate, Hexerism. Jen's in here.
There you go, Jen. How you going?
I haven't seen you in the comment section though.
What is the
Marky Mark? That might be you, Mark. Mark L. Mark Lavelle. There you go. So you're in, mate. I don't think there's much else for you to see. Velo, how do you feel being last, mate?
That's not very nice.
You shouldn't have put Carlton as your profile picture. It automatically knows, oh, this guy sucks. Shouldn't have done that, Velo. Shouldn't have done that, man. Michael Merritt out for me this week. Hope Nods holds his spot. Mate, better than me, man. I've got 3 donuts this week. Merritt, Duar, and Grundy. Yikes. Legend. Goodwin sacking revived my love for footy, so I'm back. Welcome back. No different to the men's, always at the bottom. I love you, man. That's really good. But, mate, speaking of Merritt out, can we talk about the this injury list at the Bombers now? Like, this is just unbelievable. I reckon our injury list would beat the St Kilda team this week. Our best, like we've got Brian in the ruck, Caddy forward, Caldwell in midfield, Draper ruck, Hayes in defence, Jones maybe on a wing, but Martin definitely plays. Mackay's a key defender. Merritt obviously in there. Parrish is in there. Reed's out there. Rids is out there. Set a goat probably plays a defensive role on someone. And then Shield. Like, this is how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's 18 people. I reckon the team that we name on the field with this injury list beats St Kilda this week.
Bananas.
Like, we've got a full team. We've got a full team of injuries right here, basically. Oh, God. Hopefully Langford comes back in, played his first game, but on managed minutes, and mostly in defence, in the back line. So, yeah, Unwin the Onion plays. And then we only have one player left on the entire list that hasn't played a game, and that's Cale Jarine. He will literally be the only player in the entire Essendon list of every single AFL listed player. Only one hasn't played a game. How insane is that? How insane is that? Oh my God. And I've just got Strom. Not bad, Mark. Not bad. Thoughts on the 15th debutant? Mate, we always find ways to break our own records, don't we? Our own records of shitness. But yes, Reece Unwin gets a crack. Good luck to him. Obviously, 0 expectations. We're playing with all these injuries and no captain as well. So no expectations. Just go out there, look good, have fun, and, you know, show us what you got. So... damn, that's rough, bro. That's more than rough. That is
it's pretty funny.
This is more than rough, man. 18 on the yep for sure. Joe needs another tissue. Man, the season was over ages ago. All the tears have dried up, don't you worry. Essen dead. That's right, we are. Nas would beat the Dons on his own.
Probably.
Well, the Dons that we're gonna field tomorrow night, yes. Yes, Nas will beat the kids that we field tomorrow night, that's for sure. Because we've got no more midfielders. Like, Merritt's a mid, obviously. Parrish a mid. Setters is a mid. Shields a mid. Sardis is a mid. Martin can play mids. Like, Caldwell's a mid. Like, we've got no midfielders left. We've got no midfielders left. So, yeah, Nazia's going to just torch us. Nazia's going to torch us, man. Jen, how are we? Yeah, we saw you join, and we hadn't seen you comment here either, so it was really confusing. Like, how did you join the league? And we hadn't even seen you in the chat yet. So, welcome aboard. Where are you? There you are. The mighty Magpies. Yeah, right. How are you feeling about your Magpies, by the way, Jen? What's going on? Are we still feeling confident about finals? Cause is asking you, Big J, about CCJ getting a gig over Maley.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm really not. I'm really not happy. Like, if Maley has to go, then Maley has to go. I can understand a world where Cooley hasn't shown enough to be able to do it. I think it's a load of shit that we didn't go after guys like Archer May, like McMahon, in the mid-season draft. Is that if this is where we thought we would be, but I think it's a load of shit. The guys played 5 minutes of AFL, like AFL, got injured. Now we're trying to recontract him again. The only good game he's ever had is the one where he kicked 3 goals against us, and then we signed him up for 5 years. He's done nothing. He's been perpetually injured, and now we're going to keep him again. It's stupid decisions like this. Like, I can go on a rant for 5 minutes, but it's stupid decisions like this that has made it like that we're in this much trouble as a club. Like, this is the reason why. We finally get it's like recontracting Polek. It's the same nonsense, yeah? Joe, do you want to put the I'll send you the logo and you can put it there.
Oh, sure, thank you.
Yeah, it's the same nonsense. We're recontracting Polek again. That's legitimately what it feels like for me. Because the guy's been perpetually injured. We want to get better. We have to cull real players this year at the end of the year because we don't have enough list spots. And the stupid club is going to go and give an extra list spot to CCJ. Get stuffed. Like get stuffed, man. You know, the club's already a joke. Let's go and give a guy who's perpetually injured every single bloody week of the season. Nah, let's give him another contract. He might be okay. Oh, we need coverage for a ruckman. Oh, go and get someone from the state league. Stop being an idiot. It does my head in so much. We're going to be sitting there wishing that we had done that. He's going to play one VFL game, do okay, and then he's going to be injured again probably in his second week back next year. Stupid fucking decisions, man. I don't like to swear on stream too much, but stupid fucking decisions. Like, for real. Like,
you tell him.
How to be worse? How to be worse in the AFL? Like, just North Melbourne. Like, yeah,
just be North Melbourne.
Well,
there's a difference.
That's it. 100% is just like, be North Melbourne. You know, like, cool. We finally get a break and a player's up for contract. Nah, we better keep him. It's should be offering Cooper. He's not a good signing. Maley should have been there. Cooper should have been there. Will Phillips should get a spot before CCJ. Just so much. Like, it is the biggest load of shit ever. CCJ bin. Yes. Yeah. Feel like Richmond will beat us. I think Richmond will beat. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting. Our guys have checked out. Richmond players know where they're at. They think they're going to be okay. Feels like our boys have checked out already. So, yeah, unfortunately, which is not a good position to be in.
You never know, man.
Bro, he's so fucking cooked, Joe.
What position does Bogue play, by the way?
Ask Causa, I'm not quite sure. Now, I don't actually know what the league code is supposed to do because I can just go to join a league and search the centre bounce, and it comes up.
I'm actually doing a team of my own now. I'm going to do a team of my own, just to be part of the fun. Why not? All right. So I want to defend a rookie. Who are the two defender rookies? Field, I think her name was.
Yeah, maybe OTT. And I think she's gone. I think she's injured. Yeah, she's got the black thing on her thing. That means she's not being named.
Oh, that means not named? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that means she's not named. You can search by people who are named. If you go to where it says display selected, yeah, well, that works too.
Field is emergency. Okay, that's no good. All right. Cleaver. Oh, my God. Remember Cleaver last year?
There you go.
That was insane. Yeah, I don't want any of these people.
There you go.
But I want a rookie. Who's a rookie that we think could play? Maybe Ott or Friend. What about Friend? What about Friend, Big J? She was your friend last year, wasn't she?
Yeah, sure she was.
Ella
I think
Friend,
I got rid
man.
of her and then she started doing really well. It's pretty annoying.
That was hilarious. Is Boyd worth? I don't know. Let's see. Boyd. Tessa Boyd. Wait, is she North Melbourne? Ah, she is.
Yeah.
What'd she do? No tackles. Is Tessa Boyd? Causa, you're a North man. Tell us, what are we doing with Tessa? Is Tessa Boyd worth a spot at 300k? Does she play? Got no idea what's happening to my Pies. We won't beat Crows this week. Darcy Moore has been out of form, which is not like him. Yeah, he's sort of getting exposed, isn't he, one-on-one? Without that support.
He never was the type of, at least in my opinion, never was the type of player that could play by himself. He would always have to have someone backing him up, and I think with kind of the way the team's going at the moment, he's definitely getting found out pretty easy.
Why is Bacon so widely owned? Is it because of the name Bacon? Everyone loves Bacon.
Yeah, she was really highly owned when the season started, like when the preseason started, and then fell off quite hard. So yeah. So, Joe, should we offer a prize? Now I'm putting you on the spot. Should we offer a prize for the winner of our league?
Sure.
Okay. Done.
Joe H. Ridewood from Essendon. Ridewood? Is she going to play? Or are you just giving me an Essendon player? I need a defender. Not a mid. Who's a mid? I need a defender rookie, Mark. But thanks for the offer anyway. I'm sorry I can't take you up on that. I need a defender. Could go Van Dyke or Chambers. They're Essendon defenders. But because the thing is, if Wrench is playing on ball,
she's named in the guts.
If she's named on ball and she's going to play on ball, then it would be a real shame to have a 70, 11 kicks, 3 tackles. Like, that's really good. Like, that's really good for her. Or I could just do this. Price of 300k. Okay, guess not. That doesn't work. All right, I want a defender. I want a defender. Why can't I type in the price? Interesting. So it doesn't allow you to filter by price.
No, you can.
That sucks.
You can.
Well, I'm pricing 300. It's not working.
Oh no, not on that. Sorry, not on the actual game. You can.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to figure out a way. Because I don't really like having. I'd much prefer having an actual player at F5. Like, I get it. McDonald looked good. You can
put in instead. Maybe we wait. I think team sheets are coming out in the next couple of minutes. Maybe there's a rookie or someone you can put on field or in the defense in the back line and then throw someone there. Looks like Darcy Vesio is playing back line as well, so potentially that's someone who might be okay for you.
Vesio. Possibly.
Bello says here, just click players you can afford. Like that's AFLW for you, Bello.
Who can I afford? I don't know who I can afford. I can't afford anybody. Everything is just terrible. Oh, I can't afford window. I can, but then I won't be able to afford someone in the back line. You know what? Stuff it. All right. It just seems to be that the best way I had set it up before was the way I had it before, which was with O'Shea. And who was the forward defender? Who was the forward rookie I had again?
McDonald.
Right, yeah, it was your Bogue.
Yeah.
Bogus.
If you want to jump on Twitter for a sec, you can change over the. Maybe we'll do it after the stream.
Just sort out this pricing shenanigans. O'Shea. Start with Watson. And then McLaughlin. And then Paxman with that. There we go. So I think that's, I don't know. It's basically, yeah, looks all right. Can you autofill your team? It's a good question.
No.
I think you can autofill, but only from a specific team.
Yeah.
You guys have about a price for last. A prize for last. I'm a shoo-in. My picks have all got injuries all this year in the men's league. Yeah. Nah, come on, man.
Mark, the beautiful thing about AFLW Fantasy is that you can make 3 trades this year, and you can just, players go up and down in price every week. So if you've got 3 injuries, they're out of the team, you don't need to worry about nothing. There you go. We are waiting patiently for team sheets. I don't know if there's going to be any surprises, but if you guys had made our members live stream on Tuesday, there is a possibility that the Pies may not make finals, Jen. We had to play around with it in a certain circumstances. It did look like the Pies may not make finals, which would be very, very interesting. We'll see what happens in terms of that. But, yeah, could be a bit crazy this year, I think.
Oh, yeah, just, you sent me the oh, hello, that's nice.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll repost that. No worries.
I sent you the link, but then I also sent you a picture of Row Bottom, and you'll be able to see that up there too.
Look at Charlie Rowbottom. Oh, baby! Oh, baby!
Pre-season Charlie Rowbottom. There we go.
Oh, baby, though, mate. I feel sorry for everyone getting tackled by her. She would break me. Absolutely, she would break me. That is unbelievable. This is the TCB logo.
Double Dummy. Welcome back. Hopefully you're doing well. I don't know if I've seen you around for a while, so nice.
It's been a while, man.
Say hello. Yeah, it's been a good day. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm just going to go through some AFL teams as they drop in the next 5 minutes or so, do our tips, and then finish off our AFLW teams. I guess kind of maybe we do a bounty on Causa or something like that and say, hey, you can beat Causa, then you're doing all right this year.
Who cares about winning the thing? Just beat Causa and you win the thing.
Just beat Causa, that's it.
Oh, look at that. Looks nice.
Any AFLW must-haves? Well, I think Marinoff definitely is one. If you check out the latest article by Free Kick Liam, it is on the AFLW website. It's just up on there talking about AFLW must-haves and whatnot. We're currently going head-to-head with Kai Broom, who's also talking AFLW at the moment. So there you go. But Marinoff is definitely one. One of the big strategies, Hoodie, we were talking about was probably worth stacking the midfield as much as you can.
Yeah.
You can make up points and money and upgrades pretty quickly in other positions on field, but your midfielders could end up scoring huge through that other position too. So, yeah, it's I don't know why it hasn't loaded, Joe.
Yeah. What to say?
I have to do it
Didn't
again.
load.
Yeah, so stack the midfield if you can. It's probably the way to go. And then go from there. I think we do have a couple of teams that have dropped Joe. So maybe we jump on the teams and have a look.
All right, so I'm going to AFLW, am I?
Yeah. Oh, just do the men's first.
Okay,
Go through the men's. Yeah. We just won't take long. Maybe we'll do quick tips too.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. First game. We've got the Dons v Saints. Lots of changes for both teams, but we've got two debutants, Unwin and Dodson. Not a bad week for the Saints to bring in Dodson up against Doddery Goldstein. Merritt, Shield, and May all out. Sard comes in. Unwin comes in. Langford comes in. Travalia, Collard, and Dodson. Why not? Heath dropped. Hunter Clark injured. And Liam Henry dropped. Oh, mate, we're going to win this game. Just kidding. All right. So Zach Johnson still not in, which is a surprise. Vigo was rested in the VFL last week, which I thought just meant that he was going to play. So, and he's listed as an emergency. So I'm sort of surprised that Goldstein isn't rested this week. But you never know. Could get a last minute change saying, oh, Goldie came out feeling sore. I don't know. If you've got Nazaya, you're laughing. If you've got Sinclair, you're laughing.
Yep.
If you have McRae, you're laughing.
Yeah.
Because the midfield
is going to die.
Is Goldstein, Perkins, Hobbs. Dersma, Durham, and Lual. Jesus, this is... It was a VFL team before. Now this is now the TAC Cup team. This is now under 18s or something. It was VFL before. Now it's just, oh my goodness. So yes, the Saints win this one. I'm tipping the Saints. I'm sorry, Mark. I know you're gonna hate me for it, but I'm tipping the Saints by a comfortable 28 points. All right, then we move to the better game. Top 4 shaping team game. Wagner in for Dudley, but then Doody injured.
He did not last very long.
No, he did not. Henry Smith, his balls were tickled too hard. He's been dropped. And Will McLaughlin dropped as well. Starcevic in, that's good. Sam Day in and Lester in. So these are two very important ins for the Lions. However, I still want to tip the Dockers at home. I don't know. They were my pre-season tip for the flag. And if they're going to do it, then they have to win this game. So I am going to tip the Dockers at home.
Yeah, Dockers at home. Yep, no, I've picked them too.
Look, I'm not. It's not because I'm trying to disrespect the Lions. It's because I'm trying to really respect the Dockers. Unfortunately, that's how that works. Saturday games. We've got Humphrey injured and Roses injured. Sexton, the sexy boy, and sexy Ned Flanders both come in. Lots of sexiness for the Gold Coast Suns this week. Meanwhile, Stringer has done a string, and Jacob Weir comes in. I'm tipping the Suns at home.
Oh, the Suns at home. Do we tip the Suns at home? Yes. The Suns at home are just too damn good. They are my tip for this week.
Then, Will White drop for Sammy Walsh. And Lukosius injured coming in for Lockie Jones. Oh, I want to tip Sam Walsh.
Got to boost up that trade value there, Joe. Big Sammy Walsh. Few people looking at potentially him as a player to go for at the end of the year, considering the Blues are not actually going to be making finals. So could work out okay for them.
Dudi injured yet again. Yep, that's right. Nas to have 40-plus touches and 3 goals. Probably, yeah. Yeah, he's going to walk right through all of us. Sands should dine out on them. Yeah. Big Hudson for Carlton. Man, I hate being out of trades with TDK still on my team. Same, bro. Same. I have TDK and Grundy, who is missing this week. So, yeah. VC, Sinclair, or Nas? Go Nas. Nas will hit the scoreboard, which will give him more points, whereas Sinclair less likely to do that. I reckon go Nas. We don't have anyone that can remotely go anywhere near him. Why are they giving Vigo a game in a meritless game? But I don't know, man. I'm surprised myself. I wouldn't. Don't put it past Brad Scott to pull a late change and have Vigo play, because he was rested. He didn't play in the VFL last week. And normally what that means when they rest Vigo in the VFL, it means they're going to give him a call-up. So it happened the last 2 times. He was rested out of the VFL and then played AFL the next week. So don't be surprised if we see a late out and Goldie is rested for Vigo. Dockers and Suns grand final. What's the odds on that?
Bro, don't even ask. Don't even ask.
Mark loves his odds, man. I'm going to tip Carlton.
Yep. No. No, I've tipped Port. I've tipped Port. Too much.
Mate, I'm more of a forward. Personally, Mark, put me one out in the goal square. I'll kick goals from the goal square. That's my favourite position. Kicking goals from the goal square. Oh, God. And then we got Hawks. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Coming in unchanged. Meanwhile,
May's
Melbourne.
Back. May's back.
May is back.
Unlucky.
He's back
Harry
in August.
Sharp is back.
May is back in August, mate. So Sharp's, good runner up and down the wing, but I'm sorry to say this is another Hawks layup here. They're in good, hot form. Get around the Hawks. Hawk ball well and truly on song again. Oh, my God. So Pedler injured. The Burger, of course, he's getting dropped. Laird suspended.
Yeah.
And Chase Jones dropped. Meanwhile, Mitchell dropped. Hoskin Elliott dropped. Jeremy Howe injured. McCreary, that's important. Ed
the
Allen.
funny thing is, it always is when McCreary always going to get named when not conspiracy, but hey, a few teams are after him. Let's throw McCreary in there, boost up that trade value, or try and get him to sign at the club.
They need him. They've got no pace. They've got no speed on the outside, and so they've gone younger.
As Double Dummy says there.
But they really needed him. His tackling pressure, front half game. He's a really important player for them. And then they've gone with youth to give some, because if you're going with these old slow types, they're just getting torched on the outside. The balance of the mix isn't working. It will work if they can control the football, but a lot of times they can't, because they just can't spread really well on, and they get torched on the rebound because they just can't keep up, and they have to really defend their structure, because defensively, without Jeremy Howe, we sort of saw just how much more got exposed with quick transition. And Frampton's not the most agile player either. So they really need to keep their structure behind, which means that they can't go as fast as they want to. And going with these older, slower types just doesn't work with that. So they're going with the youth, have some more bounce in their legs, can run the ball themselves a bit. It's what they needed to do. I think Collingwood have thought that by having so many senior players, they always know what they're supposed to do. And there is a thing like knowing what to do, but physically being capable of actually implementing that. So I think McRae has identified that there has been an imbalance in the side, and now that he's bringing in some younger players to sort of try and give them some more bounce, I think I think this game is this is going to be game of the round, maybe. If not,
And
this one and is going to be insane.
just getting some form as well heading into the final series. Like if your young players haven't played as much recently, getting a little bit of that form definitely does help for them.
I am still going to tip the Crows at home, who just are in better form, and obviously they're playing at home. They would have, they managed to escape last week. They're fortunate. They're lucky that they got the win, but you could imagine that it probably was a sobering experience for them last week, just getting over the line against the Eagles. Like shit, we can't take it easy. We have to really play our best week in, week out. So it was sort of a bit of a wake-up call last week, despite them still being top of the ladder. This is going to be a great game. I will still tip the Crows.
Yeah, I've tipped the Crows as well.
Now, your boys in Tassie.
Last home game ever for North Melbourne at Tasmania versus the Tasmanian Tigers, as they're changing their name to. So there you go. I don't think Whitlock will play, but there's a fair chance that Taylor Goad will play, the unicorn, as we call him, Joe, at North Melbourne.
Nice.
He's a freak. He's a bit like our own Luke Jackson. So we'll see kind of how he plays for us this week. There was some talk over the last couple of weeks that he's been ready. He didn't play last year, played a bunch this year. We'll see what happens for him come Friday, but I have a feeling he'll be named, especially with Teakle out and no Nick Larkey. Like we kind of need someone who can ruck, and he's been rucking for us in the VFL. So there you go.
That's really good, man.
Yeah, I'll be happy.
I like it.
Happy if he actually plays and does well for us. Maybe keep CCJ out of the team. We'll see.
Well, you'd hope so. He's there on the bench. Will Phillips on the bench. Simpkin.
Like we probably pick. I don't think Whitlock plays, but we probably go Dersma, Scott, Goad, and then Mate Payne, and then probably Will Phillips as sub. I would see potentially, unless we're going to say, well, Whitlock has to play, or maybe Costanti, things like that. As Double Dummy says here, Richmond North, a real tough game to tip. Yeah, I think I've gone North Melbourne just for the lols, but there's a real chance that Richmond just smash us this week. They're just a really good outfit, and they won't give up, which is what we kind of lack a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm going to tip you guys because it's in Tassie.
Okay.
You guys play Hobart well. So I'll tip you. Paul Curtis is really important. Huge.
Yep.
Simkin, big-bodied, pretty important as well. So, yeah, I'll tip you guys to win this game. And then Sydney v Geelong. Again, this is extended because it's Sunday. All we know is McInerney and Grundy are out. And just by virtue of Grundy being out, I'm automatically tipping the Cats.
Yep. Yeah, I've gone
just with Grundy out because this guy I would say this guy's an All-Australian ruck.
Yep.
Like, I know Gawn's been great. He always is. And Sherry probably had one hand on it as well before his suspension. But Grundy's last 10 weeks have been nothing short of unbelievable. I think he's played a big role.
Could see a world where Max Gawn gets it. Could see a world where Tim English gets it after his last couple of weeks as well. So,
yeah, possibly. But I feel like Grundy's played a really important role in Sydney's revival this year. He's been insane. I feel some of his disposals and this is a career best season for him. And Grundy has always been like a top 2 ruck with Gawn in the system, and this has been a career best year for him. So, based on that, and the fact that the Swans are playing so well, I don't know. I feel like giving it to Grundy personally at this point, but I will be tipping the Cats in this game.
Yeah, me too.
And then last game of the round, Western Bulldogs versus West Coast Eagles. 2 Western sides, but I can see one side going south very quickly in this game. compared to the other.
Oh, you got us there with those play on words there, Joe. I think everybody now, I was speaking about it on the show yesterday, but everybody should have someone into Bond this week, regardless of who it is, regardless of your position, everything like that. Someone into Bond. I think that's going to be the play this week. Nobody will be able to stop him. He's going to go massive. They want the percentage as much as they've done over the last couple of weeks. Nice to see a few of their WA players getting named too. I think Jones potentially is from WA. I know Croft, I think he's from there as well. So kind of debuting against the home team, which is cool.
Yeah, Bond.
Tom Gross.
Or Richards. Richards might load up a 200-point win, 200-point game this week.
Potentially, yeah.
No.
Even in an upset, as Mark says. I don't know.
Mark, come on, bro. Liam Duggan suspended. Gross injured. Reed injured. It's not happening. They gave it 169% last week, and they still fell short. They are going to be distraught and traveling across the country. Save your dollar. 100 to 1 is not good odds. No, it's not. Not against the flat track doggies. Exactly. Not against the flat track doggies at Marvel. Holy crap, that ain't happening, man. That ain't. If that does happen, that would be upset of the century.
Yep, almost as bad as last week. I mean, if Gold Coast won last week, it'd be pretty close.
Yes, exactly.
Let's check out the AFLW, Joe, because that's all we care about right this second. Few teams named in the AFLW, and it is a good time to be a fan watching. It's going to be a good one. Matches, team lineups, let's go. If you guys are on tipping for AFLW, good luck as well. It's a bit rough at the moment, but that's okay. You got to save your changes too, yeah.
Yep.
Are you still in that minimum 5? Scroll down. What's that minimum? What's your minimum 5 number? Bottom. There you go. Minimum 5. Still eligible to win, Joe. Top 7,000 out of 400. What's that? 430,000 people.
So, 423.
There you go.
Wow. I don't even know what this is. What am I eligible to win?
I don't know. I think you have to be like number 1. But you're every week you're getting minimum of 5. So there you go.
Yay. All right. So
and if anyone's joining us from Kai's stream that has just finished, welcome. Going to go through all of the players now. Joe and I know absolutely nothing about AFLW, but that's okay. We're good at fantasy games. Or we try to be good at fantasy games, so we'll figure it out as we kind of go along.
Well, yeah. Darcy Vesio seems to be named in the back line, as you said.
Well, that's what I was saying,
Yeah. As you said, as is Poppy Schultz, we know that. Yasmin on the wing, Dersma. Whose name on
last year ended up being a pretty good selection. I don't think there's anyone really that jumps out at me as a must-have, though, at least running from my team. Poppy Schultz, if you want, though, speaking with Corey last week, he said that she played as a key defender, similar to Lauren Butler, so maybe not. Cronin, who a few people had in their teams, was named as a backline player. And I think everyone's got Ashley Centra in their team, or at least on field or on the flex. And she's currently named on the bench. So I think she'll do very well. Someone said that she got 40-odd touches in the under 18. So she's apparently this year's Nick Dacos, Joe. If that gives you any confidence in picking her in your team.
That would certainly give you a lot of confidence. I mean, you would think so. I've got no idea. I've got no clue who wins this game.
The best thing about this game is that as long as you've got a decent bench that makes money, you can always react to how the game goes. So after week 1, then you fix your team, basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Unlimited trades, baby. We love unlimited trades.
Free trades per week, done. Heading over to West Coast versus Suns. Looking at some of the players, Charlotte Thomas, obviously backline, Emma Swanson backline. Charlie Rowbottom is a beast.
In the ruck, baby. Let's go.
I don't know how that's going to work, but she's there. Initiator, how you going, mate? Hope you're doing well. Charlie Rowbottom, she won't be rucking, but she's named on the ruck position at the moment. Wrench, I'm going to call her Wrench. She is named as a follower. So that was kind of the predicament that we had before was, hey, do we find a way to put her on field and make some extra money somewhere else? Or do we try and figure something out? And I think that's kind of the predicament we're in a little bit at the moment.
Depends, I suppose, who you can field on the bench instead.
Yeah.
Is the question, I guess.
In the back line. Now, it's always good. If she's going to be a gun in that position, wait a week. If you can't do it, have whoever you're going to have, and then just say, cool, all right, I can now swap the players around and not have to worry too much. But I might go Wrench for O'Shea and then O'Shea out, leaving me with a little bit of money, and we'll see what I can do with that towards the end. So
we'll see what you can do with that.
Maybe Corey will give me all the goss. Corey, if you're watching, I need some goss on who to chuck in my back line. Heading over to this game here, Swans versus Richmond. Ali Morfitt as the ruck. Poppy Kelly, now if you guys are watching, does apparently have the best early run of rucks. She's just versing a really good ruckman this week, which kind of sucks. Conti, a few people, fan favorite, have picked her across the year. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Richmond with no Elise Sheeran in the team too, someone who was definitely dominating for quite a long time. So there potentially may be some options for different things in that team. We'll wait and see that. Montana Ham. A few people had Chloe Malloy in their team. She did very well last year, but named forward. I think Montana Ham, we looked last week, Joe, and she's actually plays a bit of half forward and then midfield.
Yes.
So
she did very well.
The one to pick out of the selections, if you've got a cheeky 680k in your team in the forward line, you want to play out Ham, could be a keeper at that price pretty easily for us. So kind of play around that, I think.
Yep, absolutely. Bacon is playing, so a lot of people widely owned. Bacon is playing for sure, so that's really good. Geelong and the Kangaroos. Yeah.
It's actually a really good game, this one. North versus Geelong. Gun chunks, as we always say, in the back line. Erica O'Shea named on the bench. Her and Libby Birch may take a bunch of the kickouts. Libby Birch, fantastic player. I think she's triple premiership player now, Joe. So there you go. One with the Dogs, one with Melbourne, and then has one with North Melbourne last year. So triple premiership player. Kim Rennie there as a follower this week doing the rucking. Emma, I'm going to butcher her name, but our normal ruckman, Emma King, is not playing at the moment. So there you go. Tripodi's there, and the new debutante 300k in our forward lines, Bogue. I'm going to call her Bogue from now on because I'll butcher that Irish name. Is currently named 300k. So she'll make a little bit of money when she plays for us. Picking North Melbourne, definitely, never lost a game last year. Pretty amazing stuff. It should be a good game.
And you're only better now that you've added Sheeran as well. You're only getting better.
Yep. So it's more about just how we play than anything else. But Riddell is a really good selection. I did have her in my team, but I just ran out of money. So, really, really good player. There's a few players on the Geelong team, though, that could be sneaky pips. A lot of people going Piper Dunlop as either main ruck in your team, an 18-year-old, but was a main ruck in the VFL games and the practice games over the last week or so. 300k for anyone that wants to do something cheap. She currently is my R2. So should look to make a bit of money. I think as well, Amy McDonald. Let me just quickly check. I think she's fairly cheap. Amy McDonald, no, 940k. so maybe she's not super cheap. But yeah, there's a few of these other players. Yeah, Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran is the go. Dunlop is the go. The others are dual rucking, as Corey says. So I've gone Schultz on field, Dunlop on the bench. Yeah, there's definitely some players there who could be selectable. Gunchucker. For anyone that's asking, Gunchucker last year got to about 750k and is now 479. So she could be a sneaky shout for some people.
Yep, that's right.
Heading over to Giants versus Essendon. Now, there's one player in here who I'm a little bit worried about. Is Bonnie Toogood, who's now named as a pure forward. So last year, she'd been playing around as doing some midfield. I think potentially she'd done some midfield in the practice game as well. Yeah, so we've got her in our forward lines at the price. Hopefully, she's just going to rotate through there. But starting off on the bench is not the best, I think.
Oh, look at this. Grace Koss named as a follower.
Grace Koss named on field is very, very cheap. Maybe she's one that we look at, Joe. 300k forward named
in
on
the forward
field.
line.
Could be a sneaky pick. We'll see. I have a feeling that she actually rucks. Can you check out how tall she is? Is that a thing? Can you just Google search?
What did she do? Did she have any hitouts? She had 2 hitouts last week. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a feeling like she, according to Causa, from who I've spoken with, she may 180 centimeters is like a ruckman these days.
So that's ruck woman height in the AFLW.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. Her dad is playing as so to know, but yeah, named as a follower. I guess you can put her in there if you really wanted to.
Nah, she's sharing ruck duties with her dad, so no.
Tani Evans, the player who a lot of us started with in our teams last year in the back line, has now been relegated to the forward line. Same with Zali Goldsworthy. I think a lot of us are going to be grabbing her at a cheaper price. Still a gun player. There were some talks that the GWS coach, I'm going to say captain, GWS coach will get sacked if Goldsworthy ends up being relegated to the forward line the entire year just for how good she is. So I reckon she'll drop in price to start with and then bang, she'll go up. But we'll wait and see for that. So, yeah. A few people picking Matilda Dyke as well. I assume from what Corey's saying that there are some other players, but Dyke looks to have the YK, if I can spell, Matilda Dyke, ruck 434k. So potentially could be doing some ruck work there. What we'll see. At least named in the position. So better though, I think the way that I've kind of planned my team, and hopefully you guys do similar, is lock in as many players as you can and then build around the rest of that. I currently, from looking at my team, I've got 4 players that I think I need to upgrade, 2 in the defense, 2 in the forward line. If you guys can do something like that without major injuries, I think you'll be in a pretty strong position. So maybe that's the way to go for your teams this year. Take us to it, Joe.
Doggies v Melbourne. Where is our? What was the name of our precious rookie who we have? McDonald. So where's McDonald?
Number 9, right in the middle of the half forward line.
Yeah, so that's where she played in the preseason, in the practice game as well, when she looked really good. So we like seeing the continuation of that role. Paxman, we always knew that she can be prone to playing on the wing, and that's where she has been currently named at the moment. But the thing is, she sort of will rotate really, and she does work really hard defensively. So not too bad there with Paxman. Taylor Harris is playing, which is good for people who have Zanka. Means that she does have some assistance there, or Bannon. Means that there's some assistance there. Not necessarily playing a lot of forward time with Taylor Harris out there, but she's pretty injury prone these days. Alice Edmonds continues to ruck. Yeah. Some people are looking at Georgia Stathis, which could be an interesting one. How did you do in the preseason game, Elizabeth?
Initiator, you have to play the AFLW just for the lols. Let's make it happen. Corey, what's your thoughts on Poppy Window now that she's been named as a follower on the field for her price?
Giorgo.
Yeah. And this is the thing, though. Like, you just have fun. You don't really care. You just make a team. You can even just autofill and just correct your team, copy someone else, and then go from there. How did Poppy Window, Joe, how did she go this week or in the practice game?
Piper Window, 67, 4 tackles, 14 disposals, 3 marks, free and a goal.
I'm still a no for Window. If you had to pick between Paxman or Window, Corey, who would you pick? Just kind of playing around with my spots, not including Emma McDonald, but she might be a gun and I've got to pick her in my team. So maybe I'll pick Paxman just for fun. Let's do that.
I've got Paxman at the moment.
Yeah, but my team's the same as your team at the moment, so it kind of doesn't work, does it?
But causes on team Paxman at the moment.
All right, Paxman it is.
For now, but Windows one that I'm certainly considering, but you're pretty confident that O'Shea.
Like, I think she'll take kickouts alongside.
Kick-ins.
Yeah, I think she'll take kick-ins alongside Birch. It's just.
But will she have enough? Is the question.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we could end up just having her for 2 weeks and then trading her out, which I don't know if that's such a good thing. Yeah. Doggies versus them. Doggies midfield players typically aren't the best. I have a feeling they're going to be lower on the run. I did have Blackburn last year. She was okay, barring being injured. So there you go. Pritchard is a very, very good player as well. So you want someone a little bit cheaper, you can go there, but I don't know. Melbourne won the grand final a few years ago. Taylor Harris, it's okay. Kate Hoare, unfortunately, has been relegated to the forward line. Last year, she was in the midfield and available as a forward for us in fantasy. Now it's the other way around, and it doesn't really work out that well anymore as a selection. So, yeah, fallen from grace, I think, a little bit there. Who's up next, Joe?
So I'm just trying to look at some Patricios's.
Yeah, initiated AFLW fantasy. So it's not super coach. The beautiful thing about the game is that the players go up and down in price basically after the first week. So, it's always pretty fast paced. You just make some upgrades, bring players in, whatnot. You can grab some values pretty easily as well. So, yeah, works out well.
Yeah, no, happy not to field Patricios, to be honest.
Just stack the midfield, Joe. That's it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find value so that I'm just trying to see how I can play all these good rooks. And then we've got the Lions and the Hawks.
Lily Posway, I remember from last year, did very, very well. One to watch out for that a lot of us have selected in our team in the back lines is Brianna Cohen. Yes. She's now been named in the defense. She was playing midfield. I'm sorry. Yeah, half back, basically defense. So what was playing midfield, though, Ellinger was in a similar position too. So maybe they're going to compete a little bit. We'll wait and see what happens. Ali Anderson's always amazing. Sophie Conway might take a little bit of spots from Cohen, but yeah, it's I think they're trying to go for blood, Joe. It's their one to win this year, them to knock off North Melbourne. So we'll see what happens with that. Hawks did win their preseason game and looked very, very good.
Looking at the Hawks, probably Tilly Lucas-Rod. A lot of people may be considering her in the back line. Not too many others, really, that are really being considered for teams. Potentially a Lucy Wales, but I think of all the people in the Hawks, maybe Tilly Lucas-Rod seems to be the one that might be getting the most attention. Just a lot of money to be spending there when we can think there are some other budget options that really
I
work,
think
like a Serene Watson.
you'll get her at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Initiator, bro. If you have a look down the bottom, that is the league code, or if you search up just the center bounce, you'll come up with that on there.
Essen done, yeah, man, 100%. That's what we're doing, bro. It's what we're doing. We tank. We're looking for a good pick. Yeah, not too many other people here that are of particular relevance. This is a game that's certainly full of very relevant players, like Watson. Some people looking at Patrikios playing at half forward, and that's the thing with Patrikios, that you're really not sure what you're going to get. What's Del Santo going to do with her? She's quite talented and she can play a number of different positions where she's needed, and there's no guarantee that she's going to be getting good ball time. Probably the more interesting thing is that we've got Rebecca Ott named as a follower.
So she actually rucked. She might be my my sneaky selection in the back line for the moment. She ended up rucking from memory. Name is Defender.
That's right.
300-ish K. Now, They do have a few players that can also ruck in their team. Jesse Wardlaw does. If you go back to the team sheets there, Joe. Jesse Wardlaw does. I think there's a couple of others as well. But for right now, Ott could be that player for us. So may end up being an okay selection, at least to start, and going some extra money. Yeah. Velo's asking here, Tonon named on bench. Yeah, I think Corey was saying before that because Randell is not named, that Tonon should do very, very well. Played a little bit of mid, I think, and then played half forward and did some fancy stuff. So she doesn't need to do a lot. She's very cheap, but if she can do what she needs to do fast, then that works. Are we going Schultz? I think so. Strom is very expensive. She may do okay. She may do okay, but Strom is very, very expensive. So.
And also, there was the change in there's going to be a change, I think, in the way that they're giving free kicks for tackling and things like that. And I think there's going to be less opportunities for stoppages and therefore less opportunities for hit-outs. And Strom does have a pretty tough early fixture as well. Fremantle, they've got Port, Brisbane and North in the first three. So it's very possible that we could get Strom at a cheaper price. Someone who some people might tickle their fancy potentially could be going for someone like a more fit at the Swans, who's got a bit of a discounted price compared to previous years based on injury, but I am on Schultz at the moment. Tonon playing defense, says Causa. Yep. But of course, the North continues to be a follower, as you would expect. And then the last game of the round, we've got Port Adelaide and Freo. Schultz is, of course, named. Piper Window named as a follower on ball. Mim Strom, of course. Kiara Bowers, this is where we want to see her. It's what we love to see. Bowers on the ball, ready to tackle, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Simon was good at times last year.
They had quite a few because I think last year was the year that Erin Phillips had left. So there was a bit of a gaping hole in that team. Window took some. Smine took some as well. Ella Heads has now come into the team from Sydney. Did take kickouts in Sydney, now hasn't. So we'll see what happens there. It's an interesting one. I feel like the Dockers are probably one of the harder teams to read, though, just because of how they are now that Kira Bowes has come back, plus losing a couple of players. Like, we've just poached Hetherington, who looks to be playing this week for North Melbourne. Emma O'Driscoll did really well. Stannett done really well as well. Yeah, it's a bit of a different one. That team is very, very good. They're kind of the top three is probably Freo, North, Brisbane as your top three in terms of scoring in across the game, and then Geelong is probably a fourth if you had to pick top four. So yeah. Lads,
Jesus,
hope you're well.
questions.
Sorry. Should I go into merit? Should I go merit to Marshall? Yes. Yeah, I would do that. Hey is the AFL. Hey, what? Hey in the AFLW. How is the utility being used? It is different than the flex, Mark. So the utility is just another player of any type. You can interchange between the two, but they don't count for point scoring on field. So if you have 3 ruckmen that you want to play, or like 1 on field and 2 cash generations, you throw 1 into the utility. I have a couple of mids that I want to play, so my mid is a utility. If that makes sense.
Essendon's top 4, always in your eyes, Mark. Top 1 in your eyes. But yeah, Jesus questions. That might be a good question to ask Jesus. He knows all things, mate. Look, does it have to be Marshall? Probably doesn't have to be Marshall if Dodson is playing. Who else could you go to? Let's have a look. Merit's 504k. Yeah, I'm copping a donut. Johnson wasn't named. That's disappointing. And Gross is injured. I was hoping that Johnson would get named. He's been playing really good in the VFL. So bad. Hey, Trav. Thanks, man. See, Bree Conan is a definite starting option. Yeah, absolutely. Conan is in all of our teams at the moment. So very happy that we're starting her. Yep. I think she's a great option. On you, Trav. Thank you so much for your generosity, mate.
Yeah. So, she's been building quite a lot too. I think she's one of the few people left, similar to Ali Anderson, who actually started with Brisbane and has stayed at Brisbane the entire time. If you look at some of the old footage of when Brisbane won those couple of flags and whatnot, yeah, just kind of sticking around. So it's pretty cool.
Could go with Sick Dog. If you like him, could go with Sick Dog instead of Marshall. Wait, what does Marshall cost? How much money do you actually have? 557. So you want someone who's about 557. Best thing you can buy with someone who's 557k. Let's see. Oh, the astronaut Phil Thorpe. Toronto Jezza. Ed Richards. If you don't have Richards, bro, Ed Richards against the Eagles this week. That's pretty good. What's Marshall's fixture like moving forward, DFS? For the ruck, I mean, he's sharing ruck duties this week. But he'll probably just push forward and hit the scoreboard anyway. And then he's got the Giants, who are ass. You know what? Yeah, you can stick with Marshall. Stick with Marshall. It's pretty good. Inside mids, I think it's West Coast this week, and then he's got Fremantle, which is a neutral matchup for Richards.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, happy for that.
What do you guys think of Dunlop R1? Look, I think she's going to be okay. She's versing a fairly established player this week, so maybe don't expect a big score. The only thing with her at R1 is what are you doing with the rest of the money is probably the big thing. Like, are you finishing off your back line, your midfield, and your forward line with the extra 600k? Are you like basically completing the team, and then all your money is going to go into getting a decent ruckman in like 3 weeks? That's probably the things you've got to kind of consider a little bit.
And she's got a brutal start. I mean,
Yeah.
North and Adelaide in the first two.
It's rough, man. Like, chuck her on the bench. She'll make you some money with a designated role, but it's a bit rough.
Yeah, that's very rough. So, and that was that. Glad I still got Levi at F7. Oh, well done, Trav. That's really good. Having Levi still, that's very deep. Very impressive stuff. So, look, I haven't gotten enough takers to watch any football tonight. So, seeing as we haven't got as many takers, we shan't be doing a live watch along. Gives me a chance to R&R, I guess, a little bit after a hectic week so far. So, in the end, the team ends up looking like this. Oh, wait, that's my team, which is basically the team that we've got at the moment anyway. So, it's Watson, Conan, McLaughlin, Paxman, O'Shea. Really hoping that she just is on kicking duty. That's the reason why we got her here. Someone taking kick-ins, 3 points, which should hopefully have upside on 36. So that's not too bad. Wrench, if she dominates and plays really well against the Gold Coast, aren't slouches with their midfield, obviously. So
No.
if Wrench ends up scoring really well, playing on ball against the Suns, then it really might be an opportunity to just drop maybe O'Shea, if she doesn't get as many kick-ins as we like, to another well-performed rookie to get Wrench on the field, and then potentially make any other amendments elsewhere. Maybe if Tonon isn't named, which we think she will be named, but just in case, you never know. So definitely opens up things.
Oh, Tonon.
Yeah, Tonon. She's still on the bench on extended list. So she'll most likely play, but just keeping an open mind about what we can do. So, but Marinoff, straight captain, row bottom, Gardner.
Yeah. Probably look to captain Marinoff every week, guys.
Yeah, looking to captain Marinoff every single week. I mean, Bowers plays last, and we've got her as VC. Lol. Let's just VC Charlie. Schultz in the ruck. We don't have the funds to go for anyone more crazy. Strom, we think this is probably her ceiling. Stanet, Ham, too good because she's too good. Tonon and McDonald. Bogue on the bench. She's been named. Dunlop's been named. Fisher's been named. And we've also got Chentra, who has also been named. So this is what the team looks like. Good luck, fellas.
That is currently my team as well. So we'll see what I play around with. I think there's a few players to watch today as you guys make your teams. Just some players to watch. Let me quickly pull up the game. 1 second.
Sherry into Timmy. I don't have either of those players, so I'm sure she's going to go bonkers this week.
Schultz from Collingwood, definitely one to watch. She's a bit cheap. Darcy Vesio in the forward line is also cheap as well. Centra, have a look at her. See if Lauren Butler in our forward lines may be someone that we have to upgrade into. Potentially going an OTT or a couple of upgrades to get her in. From that Collingwood game should be a fun one to watch. And then the other game being West Coast and Suns. Hannah Harris, I think, is one to watch as well. She's currently named, let me just quickly check. Not Abel Roberts, McGrath. Row bottom surely isn't rucking. That's hilarious. Havana Harris named in the forward line, but is a ruckman for us. So potentially we could offload an expensive ruckman, bring her in, see how that goes. You've obviously got your Charlotte Thomas, your Swanson, your a few of these other players too. So we'll see. And Centra. No, sorry, not Centra, Wrench. Good old Wrench is going to be named today, so we'll be able to see. So you might get a good advantage if you can get Wrench on field and she scores big. That could be 50 points that you get against everyone else that has her on the bench. So
yeah,
something to think about there.
That's right. That's absolutely right. So on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please drop us a like. If you're new, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Is Thomas playing?
Charlotte Thomas. Yeah, she's named halfback.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much again. Hopefully you guys have a lovely weekend. And Jesus, I watched Aflw 3 years ago, and the skills weren't the best. How are they now? Have they improved a lot?
They're getting better. Some teams are not great, but they're getting better, definitely. And they definitely have a disparity between the good teams and the not so good teams. So, yeah.
I think you might be pleasantly surprised at times. Is all I'll say.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll message you after this. I just haven't had the chance, man. Bro, 5:30 start for this one. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining, and hopefully you have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the football. May all of your teams do well from a real life Supercoach and AFLW fantasy perspective, and we'll see you all next week.
Go Roos. Maybe we get a win this weekend. We'll see.
Yeah, and if you haven't joined the league, the code is just, it's trickling there on the bottom. Join our AFLW league and enjoy the fun.